back. We're still Team UCG. My name is Viktor and sometimes I go by KJSD on Octagon and even sometimes on forums.
Yeah, and I'm Tim Josephson and I'm Dr. Time on Octagon and forums. And here we see our second game of our Ashes Rise of the Phoenix-Born draft tournament.
Really, it was the third Swiss round, but it was the final Swiss round more importantly. So this is in many ways the final of the tournament. To your left, you see me, Viktor Edström, and to your right, you see Joakim Andersson Franke.
Yep.
And he's won 2 straight, and I've won 2 straight. So this is the final.
Yes.
I'm still playing Ardol, which is a swarm deck. Joakim is playing Yesan Nani, which is more of a pin direct damage kind of deck. It punishes you for attacking. Her ability is that whenever a unit is destroyed, she can pay a mana to ping a unit or a Phoenix-Born with 1 damage.
Yep.
And Joakim managed to draft a interesting version of this deck, I think. So it's going to be interesting to see this. Joakim is a seasoned player in LCGs and ECGs.
But I think this is like his. Before this, he had tried Ashes once.
Yeah, something like that.
This
yeah, definitely.
on
so
one of our meetings.
We're all pretty inexperienced here.
Yeah.
But I think having some experience with other card games will always translate some. Joakim is playing a rainbow deck, much like you were in the last game. So he's got a little bit of everything there, but mostly he's got ceremonial dice there because of many of the Jessa cards trigger off a ceremonial. I'm playing a more focused mana with only 3 types of mana in my deck: 4 illusion dice, 3 nature dice, and 3 charm dice. Joakim gets to go first. I only rolled 2 basic manas. He rolled a bit more. It's slightly hard to see. I think
5.
It's 4 or 5.
5,
basic.
I think. Yeah.
He got that. So he starts by playing a ally, and this is a good blocker. It's a 1/1, I think, or maybe a 1/2, and it's got a good ability on it as well. I can't remember the name of this card.
I think it's Rosefire Dancer, isn't it?
Something like that, yeah. And then he meditates a illusion die up to the top.
And we see him losing his sympathy pain here.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, it's a card that allows you to deal some damage, the same amount of damage that you receive to another unit.
Yeah.
Your Phoenix-Born, that is.
Yeah, so whenever your Phoenix-Born takes damage, you can have a unit on your opponent's side take as much damage back. So I'm using the Water Blast immediately, trying to get rid of that ally.
Yeah. And I think he was expecting this.
Indeed, and he held in his hand summon Widow, Black Widows or something like that.
Yeah. It's a card that when one of your units dies, you will bring out 2 Black Widows.
Yeah, and those are even worse. They're 2 attack value, 1 health. So I used kind of made my situation worse. And also I'm the judge for the tournament, so I'm also helping one of the other tables with some rules questions right there. And that's why there was a little bit of a break here. So I'm back to my own deck here, looking over the board, and Joakim is playing a summons. I think that's a summon 3-hour down, maybe?
Yeah, it is.
Looks like it. It's hard to tell. They all look virtually the same, but the books on the summon spells, the books they are flipped to different sides, so you can see the small pictures in the book are different from summon spell to summon spell, so that's how you can tell the difference.
And in general, in this game, in Ashes, they have amazing artwork.
Indeed.
I have to put it out there.
Yeah, it's one of the best looking card games I've ever seen. So Joakim uses one of his spiders to attack me there, dealing me 2 damage right away, and having only 16 to start with, that is not optimal for me. So I bring out a Jaguar. Finally I get one out, and it's now it's obviously able to block the next attack since we're 1 for 1 at the moment, but still a bit late.
Yeah. The problem with those widows is that they could kill your jaguar.
Yeah.
And you always see
here
fear.
goes. Yeah, fear is the
Signature card of Jessanani.
and it's basically just makes me pick any card, any unit back to my hand, or if it's a conjuration, back to the conjuration part.
And it's a great card.
Yeah, it's just it's silly.
There's
If
not a
that
lot.
card was, if you were able to play that card in all the decks, you would play it in all the
Yeah,
decks.
pretty much.
There is no reason not to play that card.
It costs no mana. It's just a main action to use it, and
Yeah, it's just crazy good. Puts all the other cards to shame, really. It's a lucky thing that it's loyal to Jessa, so that you can't have it in all the decks. So now let's see what Yuke is doing for his side action. He's spinning a die, meditating die. So these games were played before the FAQ arrived. So at this point we thought that you had to decide how many cards you wanted to meditate beforehand. Now the ruling in the FAQ is that you can meditate the cards one at a time as long as you like, and then once you've meditated all the cards you like, that's when you start spinning your dice. So that's why I'm asking him, when he says that he wants to make a meditation action, I asked him how many cards, because we thought that you had to decide beforehand. So he's recurring one of his units, that's the ally. He's using
the ceremonial
top die of that to recur any unit from your discard pile.
And then you take damage equals that unit's attack value.
Yeah. So that's why he had himself take a damage. And then he strikes with his other Black Widow. And now I'm up to 5 damage. 1 for the direct damage he
dealt when his
unit. When my unit left play, when my Jaguar was killed, and then he's attacked with both the Black Widows for 2 each. So I'm down to 11, and really I haven't really hurt Yasa at all. Joakim himself hurt him for 1, so yeah, that's all. And that's the 3 hour down, eventually coming into play. And this is also a decent striker.
A 1/2. It has a mill ability that allows you to force your opponent, if you exhaust that one, you can force your opponent to discard a card from their hand.
Yeah, exactly. It's not really a mill ability as much as a choke ability. So
True enough.
Really discards the cards that I have in my hand. So that's why I play Reflections in Water, to get rid of that kind of really nasty abilities. Now it's just a 1/2 unit, and I can take that, I suppose. Even though with 11 health left, I'm not too keen to be beaten up even by an owl. So sacrifice something, I think. Small sacrifice, which allows you to deal damage to a unit of your own unit, and then deal as much damage back to another unit, I think.
And if you have more copies of it, it will become focused, as spells will become in ashes, and then it can allow you to exhaust one of your units to exhaust an opponent's unit.
And with the Jessa's ability, this will allow you to kill a unit. Like I'm reluctant to play my Mist Spirits here because they will be killed so easily, and especially with a small sacrifice, he can have them killed fairly easily without even killing his own owl. He can have one of my units killed, and in the process ping me for damage with Jessa's ability.
Or the other Mist Spirit.
Yeah.
Exactly. With enough mana, he could clear your board if you have only
really easily with just the synergies of small sacrifice and Jessa's ability.
And Jessa is a really solid Phoenixborn, all in all.
Yeah, she's a bit tricky to play, I think. She's maybe not a beginner's Phoenixborn as much, but she is probably the strongest of the core set.
If you build her right.
Correctly built, she can match pretty much all the other ones. Ardiel that I'm playing is really simple to play, I think, but she has some weaknesses that can easily be countered. as you can see. I'm already down to 10 health, and I still haven't managed to make any kind of offense. I'm trying desperately here, bringing in one of my guilders, pinging away one of those spiders. Pesky spiders.
Pesky spiders. But then again, that opens up for him to deal you 1 damage. And I'm not sure if he did that.
No, it's just when my units.
Oh, right. So, okay.
He can't for his own units.
Right. That makes sense.
So Joakim is just checking that ability of the Gilder, and he's also checking, I think, the unit guard.
Yeah. There were a lot of checking on cards in this tournament, I suppose, because essentially a lot of the players that participated, apart from me and Viktor, hadn't really seen any of the cards. I think we had 2 that came and played for their first time ever
in the tournament.
The tournament.
Yeah.
So.
And even though Joakim had tried the game once or twice before, you don't know all the cards. I don't even. I mean, I read cards all the time. So here goes the ally again. It doesn't even cost any mana. It's just there, a 1/1 or maybe a 1/2.
1/2, I think it is.
Yeah. With that ability.
Enchanted Violinist, I think that one is.
Yeah, that's
the other one. The tree one is the Rosefire Dancer.
And then as a side action, he exhausts my charm die, and that really, I had plans for that charm die.
Of course,
it's really nasty of him. So I'm swinging in with both the Gilder and the Mist Spirit, hoping to remove the Violinist, because that ability is just too strong. So Joakim is deciding whether or not to block with his Phoenix Spawn. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And he does take it on the Phoenix Spawn.
So essentially,
probably the right call, though.
Yeah. So essentially, in Ashes, whenever you are attacked, you can do one of 2 things. You can take any number of your units and attack the opponent's Phoenix Spawn. Mm-hmm. And in that case, they can block each unit with another unit.
Well, it's kind of like if you're attacking the Phoenix Spawn, each unit is attacking individually. So they have to be blocked individually. But you can attack a unit instead. And then all of the units attacking attack together as one. And then the attack can't really be blocked, but any unit with a unit guard can take the attacked unit's place. Yeah. And the Phoenix Spawn also have the unit guard ability, so your Phoenix Spawn can always take the place of a attacked unit on your battlefield, essentially taking the damage.
Yeah, so there are ways to keep your units in play if you're willing to sacrifice a bit of your life.
Mm-hmm. So that left me open for another swing from the Violinist. So I'm down to 8 health, and Joakim is still on 15 health. So this isn't going too well for me.
We also saw a small sacrifice there, killing your Mist Spirit.
Indeed.
And doing another damage.
And that's how it pinged me down to 8. So another round coming up. We're rolling our dice. So I did get some masks, which are the main die that I need to summon my conjurations, and then I get only 1 actual top die of the charm dice, which is how I get my conjurations to survive, I suppose.
Yeah, against the Nessaping.
Yeah. So this is the 4 new cards that I draw, and I already had some mana recursion in hand. So I got a strange copy here, which is a good thing. I already got the Gilder out, so a strange copy will be fine. Unfortunately, the strongest striker that the strange copy can copy would be the Widow, the Spider. So it would be a 2/2 unit at this point. So I'm probably going to hold off on playing it for a little bit. I'm checking Joakim's discard pile here to see what I can expect from him, and he's only played the 1 fear at this point. which is somewhat worrisome. If he would get something really strong, a strong ally out, and I would copy that, he would probably just use fear on my strange copy. Whereas if I play it right away with 2, he's probably not going to use fear on it, since it goes away anyway at the end of the turn.
Yeah, indeed.
So that's probably what I'm thinking about right now. So I bring out some more mist spirits just to be able to block. Well, yeah, I'm going back and forth here. So no, I bring out a jaguar instead. I'm not sure why I did that. I think perhaps I was afraid he'd pull out even more strong units, owls or another strong ally.
Yeah, I think it was a good. I mean, it forces him to consider if he wants how he can remove that before he starts playing units.
Yep.
Because otherwise they will come in exhausted and it will be worthless for this round.
Yeah. Still, he's got 3 units out there, so only being able to block 2 of them isn't optimal for me.
But then again, there's one with 2 attacking, and the other one to have 1, so it's not super dangerous.
Well, I'm down to 8 health here, so
true enough.
The situation is dangerous enough, and I need to consider how to block, because most of the blocks would kill my units, again pinging me.
And here we see another fear.
Yeah.
Just that the card costs no mana whatsoever.
Yeah, that's
so good.
Yes, just crazy. It should cost at least 1 basic mana or something. But yeah, it's, I suppose how the pre-constructed Jesser deck is made, it makes sense, because he doesn't really have any attackers. So you need to have a way of getting rid of really problematic units. But for constructed play, it seems on the stronger side.
Yeah. True enough.
Well, we'll see. There might be counters coming up. More cancels. Obviously, Golden Whale would help. Since it's a targeted spell, you could always cancel it with Golden Whale. So I get my strange copy out, finally. Making it a 2/2. And with the Gilder out, it's still... I mean, it will grow. If the Gilder is killed, it will become a 3/3. And I haven't used my Summon Gilder spell yet, so I can still bring another Gilder out. And the Gilder can still use its unit guard to protect the strange copy.
See here that you use your wolf's head or your top level illusion die to cancel his goat's face, I suppose you could call it. I think it's a goat. It's
a goat. It's the top ceremonial. I don't want him to be able to recur the ally if I manage to kill it again. Because I don't want to see that ally. Especially now when I don't have a Jaguar out. So, as you can see, the play is slightly more deliberate here, and that's probably because of all the synergies and all the kind of triggering off each other in Joakim's deck. He needs to be careful. So I think that's
root armor.
Root armor he played. So it's
2 additional health.
Yep, which makes that spider a 2/3. And he swings in on my Gilder, saving me the trouble of having to choose whether or not to block with the Gilder. So I think I'll just take that and
be happy with it.
Strike back for 1 and get another strength on my strange copy, get it up to 3/3. I still have an open Gilder spell, so I can get another one. I do think, yeah, I have the Charmed Ice there, so I should be able to bring another one into play.
Yeah. And root armor, as the card on the spiders give you no recover
No.
either, so the damage you do will stay there.
Exactly. So I think
it's cheap, but not overly.
And that's it's a well balanced card, I suppose. So I'm down to 6 strength here, and I think perhaps it was a misplay to summon those mist spirits, because it will be, I guess, taking 1 damage is better than taking 2 damage. And also he has to pay mana to be able to ping me like that. So, well, yeah, they are still doing some work blocking these attacks, but some of that damage is still getting through since he's got the Jessa ability, and they are so squishy. I'm down to 5 health here.
Looking quite grim on your side.
Yeah, indeed. Or rather, you don't really lower your health. It's more that I have 16 health, but I've taken 11 damage at this point.
As opposed to Joakim, that's taken 4 now?
Yeah. And that leaves him still at 14.
And I think we saw a sympathy pain here?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a sympathy pain. So I tried to ping down his or his owl, really, and then he sympathy pained me down, and now I'm at 2 health left here, so dire straits. I'm not sure if there's anything at all that I could accomplish at this point. Still got the strange copy, obviously, but he's still got both the violinist and the owl to strike with.
Boosting it up to some extra damage.
Yeah, that's a 3-3 now. No.
2-3.
2-3, yeah. It's 2-3. It's tricky.
Another Jaguar.
Yeah, not sure that it will help me much. I do still have that 1 charm die that could boost the health and attack, obviously, of a Jaguar if I did bring 1 more out. I could get a Gilder and boost it with a charm die to a 2-3, but I go for the Jaguar, which costs both of those 2 mana. Still have 3 cards in hand.
You couldn't have gone for a Gilda though, could you? Aren't they based on Leap for somebody?
Maybe, I can't really remember now.
I think so.
They could be Nature Dice, yeah. I thought, no, it's a heart to play the summon spell onto the board, but then it's a nature to bring out a Gilder.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, and this is a really fine play. Joakim is attacking my Mist Spirit with his owl, both clearing away the Mist Spirit without taking any damage or anything, and now he's going to trigger a few things here, I think.
He has no mana, so
he's there. Oh, right, that's right. He doesn't have any mana. He just cleared out some things for next round.
I don't think he wanted to sacrifice that owl.
Yeah, that's right. Strange though, since he boosted the. He played the charm die on it, and it will go away for next round. So that's weird.
True enough. Maybe. Like we said before, people are new.
Yeah.
Maybe he had plans for it.
Yeah. Maybe he just forgot that he was out of mana.
And we see here, Joakim is extremely reluctant to take damage.
Yeah. He is.
On his Phoenix Spawn.
But now he has no option since he's exhausted both his units. So I strike for 3 here.
Yes. For me, I would probably have taken that 2 damage from the Jaguar just to be able to block that incoming copy.
Yeah. I'm not sure why he didn't like that, but probably it's just down to inexperience on all of our parts.
Indeed.
So now I'm down to just the Jaguar, and it's already taken 1 damage. I'm at 2 health left. Joakim is still at 11 health. We're starting a new turn, and Joakim is going first in this turn. So, yeah, it's actually done. I think.
Yeah.
If he rolls any charm die at the top level,
and he has,
then he can just put it on the owl and strike him with both, and it's over. Since I can't block more than one of them.
Pretty screwed.
Yep. So we draw back up. Well, of course, I could have redirect or something in hand, obviously.
That's true.
But still, that would kill the Jaguar.
And then you'd take 1 damage.
Yeah, so it's no use. It's no use. So for some reason, Joakim isn't attacking and swinging in here. He's using a ceremonial die to play. I'm not sure what that card is actually.
Chant of Revenge.
Oh,
when one of your unit dies, you can deal 1 damage to a enemy unit or Phoenix ball.
Yeah, that's right. And this is beautiful. He plays it, and I think it's a side action here. The small sacrifice, isn't that a side action?
I don't know.
I think small sacrifice is a side action, and if I'm not wrong, he's we'll see.
Can't remember. I was preoccupied with my own game, so I'm not exactly sure what happened here.
Yeah, he played the charm die there.
I think it dawned upon him
that he could have won.
Yes.
Yeah. So I need to summon anything here, preferably a Gilder, since that could kill the spider. But with the Chant of Revenge, that would also kill me, I think.
Yeah, most likely yes.
Or no, Chant of Revenge puts as much damage as.
No, I think just 1 damage when you lose a unit.
Alright, so I could still ping the spider with the Gilder and survive.
But then he'd probably kill your Jaguar, and then you'd get 1 damage.
Yeah, the situation is obviously hopeless. So,
but here we see a Gilder.
Yeah.
Nonetheless,
I think it's the right play, even though it's a hopeless play. So yeah. Here he resparks the armor, and uses the Chant of Revenge, pings me for another damage. I'm down to 1 more health, and I don't know. I mean, there is no real way out of this.
You would need to do 11 damage without losing a single unit, so. And your deck is based around units with 1 health. This is probably. I mean, again, probably the right play. I'm getting rid of the owl, and his Chant of Revenge is already exhausted, so he can't use it again. I'm resparking the. No, I didn't respark it in the end. I thought about resparking. Reflections in the water, just to be able to remove the threat of another owl, but it's no use. And I don't think discarding cards from your hand is the top priority now.
No.
So we see another owl.
Yep. Yep.
It gets to come into play.
So I exhausted with the gaze of the Jaguar. So if I would have had this board state a few rounds ago, things wouldn't have looked completely hopeless. This is actually quite a good board state for me. But yeah, it's too little too late at this point. So Joakim meditates some dice. And yeah, it's... he's setting up the kill. So he used...
Oh, you used your wolf's head to remove this pig.
Oh yeah, because he could kill the jaguar with the nature die,
Yeah.
which would have been it. So I'll swing in for 2 with the jaguar.
Yeah, Joakim takes it because he still has his small sacrifice, and I'm thinking that he might be using it now.
Yep.
To ping your jaguar and deal that final point of damage.
Yeah, and there's nothing I can do about that. I have nothing to exhaust ready spells.
And here
so,
it comes.
Yep.
The kill.
Yep. As long as he's got a unit, he can do this. So he puts damage on a unit, and then the jaguar dies.
You take your final point of damage.
Yeah. I'm
Desperately
checking,
scrambling for options.
looking through my cards, hoping there's something that I missed, a redirect or anything, but there's nothing in there.
And there we have it, the win for Joakim.
Yeah, it was a pretty one-sided affair. The whole game just came down to me not being able to mount any significant offense until the very, very last rounds here, and that's just the case of too little too late.
Yep.
So a well-deserved win for Joakim. He really dominated the game, and he won the tournament, becoming the first Ashes champion in
Uppsala.
In Uppsala.
Dare we say in Sweden?
Dare
maybe?
we say perhaps at least from our to our knowledge.
Yeah.
Right.
So thank you a lot for tuning into our games. I hope you enjoy them, or we hope that you enjoy them.
Yeah, and we will be bringing you more Ashes content along the way. We have
another tournament planned, hopefully somewhere now in January.
Exactly, or early February. So there will be more content coming your way. We might even consider doing some strategy or deck building ideas or something to talk about the game, or publishing some other kind of content. So keep tuned to the channel if you're into Ashes, specifically Ashes, or even if you're just into LCGs, CCGs in general.
Yeah.
We will have content for all kinds of LCG, ECG type of games coming up.
Yeah, and if you have any comments on what we could improve or make better, feel free to contact us. Just leave a comment here on YouTube. And if Ashes has caught your eye, if you haven't heard about it before or are quite new to it, there's an excellent guide online or presentation.
It will be linked in the
description.
In the description for this video, we will link to a good rundown of the rules and how to play the game, if you're interested in how the game works.
And if you like LGGs, this is a great one to look into. It will be a bit cheaper to collect than the others that are currently around.
And also, it just won't take as much time, I suppose, with the slightly more relaxed release schedule. It won't have the pace of many of the other LCGs have such a high pace and frequency of releases that it takes a lot of time and effort to keep up with the meta. Here we're looking at something like 2 or 3 releases each year. All the releases will be in the form of a pre-built deck with the new Phoenix Born and a complete deck with that Phoenix Born, except for the really small releases which will be just a Phoenix Born with a signature card attached to it. So there will be 2 or 3 complete decks released this year, and then there will be 1 or 2 more Phoenixborn with just the signature cards released in this year, and the first release would be somewhere in April. All these figures are very tentatively scheduled, and I've got the information from the main cast podcast, so it's not official from the Played Hat website or anything. So, but that's what the estimates from
the fans are,
and actually the developer of the game.
Yeah. So check out Ashes. It's a great game. It's really fun.
Yeah, it is. All right. Goodbye.
See you around.